If it's not good, I just look at her. But you know, what we won't do is it's all part of the work, nothing personal. So even when I retired in 2001, I was very grateful for my 13 years in Jaka. I have to tell you, Jaka is one of the companies that have given me the best training I ever had. Not many companies after Jaka trained me as well. So if Katrina said, fights, well, and one of the things I remember is every time JP would fire me over the phone. So that was very good training because I would be called to Morado on a Sunday afternoon to explain something, why it went like that. So I would have to go usually with somebody from legal or some of these problematic things. But it was good training. I have to tell you, it was very good training because having someone of the stature, quality, intelligence, and integrity like JP scold you. Not everybody can go around and say, he was my mentor. He taught me. And who can say that? Yan, boss ko yan. He fired me, but I'm still there. It's a good training. It's very good training. So after Jaka, when my bosses and I would fight, in the back of my head, walang sinabi kay JP at kaya ko to. So it was good. It was good. The other thing also was, I noticed in Jaka, we had very many good people. The teammates I had, some of the best are from Jaka. When I look back, and in fact, after we retired, Jerry and I were talking, and we were saying, is it just us? Or is it really that when you go out of Jaka, things are so much easier? The competition, there's no competition. We were trained to a certain level that if we had to compete, we knew we could compete. We knew we could win. We were not afraid of the competition with those companies. And to this day, I look back and the standards of our maintenance people. We would rehab a unit in Spirito Salcedo in 14 days. In 14 days, it has to be finished. They have to sand the flooring, they have to paint the walls, check the lighting, all the mechanical, everything in 14 calendar days. And Edson had to have it leased out by the 15th calendar day. And we were able to do it because we were trained that we had to do it. The funny thing is, the other companies I went to, and I would try and set that standard, and they would look at me aghast, sir, bibiro ka ba? Sabi, hindi. And then, they'd say, sir, it can't be done. Ako naman, given our experience, I would make them asap. Are you telling me we are in the 21st century and then the last millennium, my team and I could do it? You cannot do it in the 21st century. They would need 30 days, 45 days, minsan delayed pa. So, one thing here, I'm very grateful. This was a very good company. It's so nice to see all of you. And I hear that everybody who has moved on is doing very well. Thanks, Katrina. Thanks to the training you got with your company. It's one of the best. I have to look back and say it's one of the best. I'm grateful. There are a lot of firsts. Like I heard people talking a lot of I think the Labi-Dabi is still there, if you very good, I mean, a lot of firsts. For me, there are a lot of firsts that I got to Jaka. I cherish the memory, and it's hard to just say a few things. For me, the best was the friendship we built, the professionalism we had, the camaraderie, and then at the end of the day, we all knew trabaho lang, nothing personal. So we could argue the boardroom. Actually, the boardroom, Katrina, I don't know if everybody knew this. The building where Jaka was holding office, 211 Pasok Tamo, used to be Cornell Brothers. Cornell Brothers Philippines is where my father worked until he retired at the age of 65. So when I came in, I was familiar with the building because I would have been going to the building for so many years. I was going to the building as a kid because all the company parties were there. And the company parties at that time was a whole family. So, and I would ask my dad, what was wrong in this part of the building? So he could tell me. He was head of HR at that time. So that was my secret weapon. I had background info on the building. history. And then when they're discussing about what goes wrong, then when it got flooded, remember there's one time it flooded really bad?
Yeah.
And then my father and I were talking about it, and he said, I don't know what you guys are doing to that building. Why did it flood? In my how many years of working, it never flooded. Now that you're working there, you got it flooded. It's not that, it's not our fault. It's the people there in the SLEX who caused the problem. But, you know, and then I don't know if you guys know, it's still there. We had all of these special blessings.
With the rats?
No, the rats, that was one instruction the Creator told me, get rid of them. So what we did was we hired someone to fumigate the whole building. We covered the building, literally covered the building one whole weekend. Friday night to Sunday morning, no one is allowed. We have to fumigate it. And the amount of rats that we got out over the weekend, you know that garbage dump we have about something like as big as here, this high, overflowing with rats. Overflowing. But what I was referring to was the special sightings, because remember we get a priest.
Yeah, they're still there.
We would get a priest every year to bless, you know. And the priest was asking me, why are you always asking me to bless, you know? So I told you, Father, there's these sightings. Sabi niya, why did you tell me so in the first place? So I think it was the third time that we blessed, you know. For a while, I was quiet. Until Joko saw the headless man early in the morning. I don't know if you know that story. She ran away. That was after she saw the guy was a poltergeist who was playing with her in her office. But I had my own experience because to my left was the office of what's this guy? Gilbert Evaristo. And you know, Gilbert and his team. Sometimes he would scold his staff and I would hear them crying. So like an evening, I cried. I didn't mind, so I used to hear crying. So I was leaving the office. I was going to say goodbye. Thinking about there was nobody there. There was somebody crying. And to the right of the room was Pipitote's office. So I heard the chairs moving one evening. I thought he was still working late. So maybe seldom works at late. When I got out of my office, I was the only one left. And there was nobody picking up his phone. So I said, I had my own share of experiences, but you know, thankfully, I never saw. I just heard. So with that, I'll say thank you. It's lovely to see everybody. Katrina's right. We should do this more often. I mean, at the back there, we're still exchanging calling cards and looking for business opportunities with our former colleagues. So the good thing is we all know each other. We all trust each other. We know what we each can do. It's fun to do business nowadays with everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ayun naman po, susunod, siyempre, ang first lady ng JIC. Si Ma'am Louie Galang.
Sorry naman. Si Lito.
Good evening, everyone. I've been with Jaka for 11 years, and I remember very vividly that every Valentine's Day, we are celebrating the birthday of JPE in their house. I remember how I feel to be very happy then because you don't see them like people whom you cannot reach. So JP is a warm person to also Mrs. Enrile, Christina Enrile. But most of all, kaya ako nai-enjoy yung company at that time is because of Chief Mendoza. Siya yung talagang nag-i-introduce sa aming mga senior team on how gracious yung first family, yung family ni Katrina, and at the same time, yung mga people in that celebration. Sa amin, we're not really that, empleyado lang kami. But being invited dun sa mga ganong celebrations, na i-elate kami. Hindi naman kami yung mga katulad din yun, hindi naman kami mayayaman na tao, but being part of that kind of celebration and seeing people na not only the politics, but yung alam mo mga mayayaman at mga may sinabi sa lipunan, makes you feel elated na, uy, kasama mo sila, they're celebrating with the senator and they're celebrating with us. We were never treated as if we were employees pag nasa Morado kami. Ang treatment sa amin para kami mga kaibigan. Kaya in Jaka, ang feeling namin, we're part of a big family. In fact, Jaka gave me the opportunity to rise from being an accounting manager. I ended up leaving the company as first vice president. They gave you all the trainings, all the trust, so that you can improve yourself. And having said that, si Mr. Chris Calibo, isa ako sa mga parating kaaway niya. Kasi masyadong maganda mga ideas niya na kuminsan hindi practical. And coming from the financial side, pero miski na gano'n ang away namin yan, mahal namin yung isa't isa. We know it's a professional fight, so we don't take it really personally. So, sa Jaka, I've always considered Jaka as part of my family. In fact, katulad ni Fred, my house belongs to Jaka. Jaka helped me have that house at Alabang 400. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay naman, kala nyo pero hindi magsasalita. Yung pinaka-pogi sa natagang Gonzaga, Cagayan, kala mo Si Kaumsihal. Uy, huwag kang balis. Pigilan mo yan. Natakot ako. Natakot. Paano ka mananalo niyan? Hindi na makakampanya. Ang susunod na po magsasalita sa ngayon ay pakinggan din natin ang boses ni Mr. Edson Noy.
Magandang gabi sa ating lahat. Masaya ba kayo ngayong gabi? I'm happy to see, of course, all my colleagues, accounting, purchasing, property, of course, designated coconut, match, and so forth and so on. Well, basically, the first 11 months of my career started with human resources, with Rene Martinez and Christina Gates, kung natatandaan niyo. So I was part of the OD and research, organization development and research. So in that 11 months, I was able to travel around the Philippines, Cebu, Agusan, Zamboanga, as far as Balabac Islands, Palawan. May isla si KPE, Matangguli. No? So doon inabot kami ng amihan na hindi makalis yung barko. Kasama ko si IFM and si Padong. So that was a very, very good experience. No? And nagkataon naman, since nasa HR ako, hinawakan ko rin yung recruitment. February 1989, I was asked to do a manpower requisition. Marketing assistant to Mr. Chris Calibo. 8 months na, ang dami ko nang binato sa kanyang candidates, lahat bagsak. No? Kasi Inglesero eh. No? So, I think, sabi niya sa akin, 8 months, hanggang ngayon, di mo pa nabibigay sa akin yung marketing assistant, magsasara na yung taon. So sabi niya sa akin, bakit hindi na lang ikaw yung mag-apply? Sabi sa akin, so you carry yourself very, very well, you wear your necktie, hindi pa ata uso necktie sa Jaka na, naka-necktie na ata ako. So I was considered to become the marketing assistant under PMDG, Property Management Development Group. And the rest is history. So within Jaka, so I climbed the corporate ladder to become later on the leasing manager. So, hindi naman sa modesty aside, no? Binabase yung performance ko based on occupancy rate, di ba ma'am? Ed, what is your occupancy rate now? Sabi ko, ma'am, 95%. O, gawin mo na 100%. Okay, naging 101% naman eh. Sabi ni Boss Jack, bakit naging 101% yung occupancy rate? Kasi boss, meron kami 15 days or 30 days na allotment for renovation. Eh kaso, bago matapos yung 15 days, meron ng kapalit. Kaya yung occupancy rate, tumataas. Nagiging 105, nagiging 110. So akala niya nakakanak yung opisina o yung residential units. But anyway, pinakamagandang nangyari is that, Splendido Garden sa Salcedo, yung US Embassy staff, about 50 units, please, Splendido. So, kami rin yun. So, I think from 1990 up to 1997 when I left jaka, it became some sort of it's a very good thing that you put it in your CV. Because once they say that, oh, you came from jaka, they're elated. Everybody would like to do business with jaka. Diba? Nantay natin? So, until now. But I think that's an inspirational talk. In the book of Numbers, it says, teach us to number our days aright, so that we might find a heart of wisdom. I turned 50 last November, and I joined jaka in 21. So I can honestly say that I have to give thanks to my first employer, TPE, to the jaka group, because that's where I learned a lot. Training, experience, and of course, the heartfelt critiques from my colleagues. And I'm very happy to see you all guys. So sabihin natin, from now on, let's, Lord, teach us to number our days right, so that we might find a heart of wisdom. Because at the end of the day, marami sa atin, umalis na, marami na nag-pass away, and yet we are here because we are called for a specific purpose. And all we have to do is just find that purpose for us to be able to live a life worthy of God's vocation. God bless us all.
Thank you, sir. Ayun naman po, nais natin na pakinggan yung inspirational talk ni Major Ongjanko.
I'm surprised that I was asked to talk. I was with the company for 15 years, but I was with the family for 23, so quite a while. I finally retired in 2014, jobless. I still do part-time teaching, and I was being asked to be a consultant again. But all of this is because of what I learned also while I was in jaka. Remember, I was in the military before. No experience in corporate community, nothing. But after jaka, I got to work with the NCI, then Alpha Land, and I did quite well there.
Thank you, sir. Ayun naman po, pakikinggan natin ang sasabihin ni Sir Ruben Matias. Kala mo, sir, ah? Ayan lang. Talaga, sir, kasi
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Hindi ko alam kung saan ako magsisimula kasi medyo matagal ako sa jaka eh. About more than 13 years. And of course, maraming memories. One of the memories that I could not forget is that when someone from the management told me na pwede bang tulungan mo si Katrina doon sa kanyang pandesal magic. Yeah. So, kailangan kausapin mo siya. Sabi ko kaya, ano kayang tulong ang kailangan ni Ma'am Katrina? So, I just had to go to Paraiso, so that's to compare with Katrina. And siniset up niya during that time, interview na si Ma'am Katrina. Patapakan natin siya during that time, bata ko. At beauty pa rin siya hanggang ngayon. So, sinet up na yung Pandesal Magic sa Katipunan. Almost in front of the Miriam na. Anyway, it was more of a setting up of the system, the accounting, and yung procedure on the processes of the Pandesal operation. That was the first time that I saw Miss Katrina during that time. So, napakagandang memory. Hindi ko makalimutan yan. Ang second is that during that time, I was also the supervisor of accounting of the logging company. San Jose Timber and Dolores Timber. Ang trabaho ko, accounting. Pero I was 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off doon sa planta, sa Las Navas. Napakagandang memory na naman to. Sumasakay ako sa 8-seater na plane. Ang pilot noon is si Mr. Sunny Hembrador. Napakagaling na pilot. Tama? Si Mr. Sunny Hembrador, kahit bumabagyo, alam niya kung saan kami lalanding. Kahit napakadilim na foggy, alam niya kung saan lalanding sa airstrip ng Dolores Timber, San Jose Timber sa Las Navas. Alam niyo yung strip na yan is pasok mo doon, bangin. Pag lumampas ka doon, bangin. Alam niyo yun. So, ibig sabihin, it was a memory to me because kahit pa paano, kahit medyo ninenervous ka, alam mong may pilot na magaling, okay ka na rin. Ang dala-dala ko namin noon, kasi nasa pinansa ko, pera every 15 and 30 to the month. Kasama ko yung purchasing. Yung purchasing naman, ang dala noon, lahat ng kailangan ng tiga-planta, ng tiga-laging. Kaya punong-puno yung aeroplano na yun. Every 15 and 30 of the month. Napakagandang memory, di ba? Yan. Pero kasi tayo, nasabi ko kay Sanay, pabalik kami. February, I could remember that February. Sanay, pwede bang dumaan tayo sa Mayong Volcano para makunan ko ng picture yung mismong bunganga ng Mayon? Dinaan kami ron. Hanggang ngayon, nandun sa akin yung picture ng bunganga ng Mayong Volcano. You see that? It was really a good memory. And of course, eventually, sabi ko nga, the management told me na, pwede ka na siguro lumipat sa audit kasi isi-set up yung audit ni Mr. Tony Lazaro. Naging boss ni Frida. So, we were the first to set up the audit. Together, and ang boss namin, who was my senior, is Mr. Tony Florentino Lazaro. So, ito mas maganda na naman kasi that was the first time na nagbabiyahe ako libre, aeroplano from Manila to Cebu, to Butuan, to Zamboanga, to sa Basilan. No? All of these things, of course, even yung mga sales ng Royal Malls, who were in all the provinces in Visayas and Mindanao, dapat punta namin para mag-audit on a periodic basis. So napakaganda memory na naman, di ba? Nagkatrabaho ka, nakapunta ka sa mga places na hindi mo napuntahan during those times. Sa Basilan, sa Butuan. Those are distant rural areas, so to speak. Pero during that time, okay lang sa akin yun. Okay lang sa amin, sa grupo namin sa audit. And after that, another memory, sabi nga sa akin, tama na yung audit mo. Kasi medyo may integridad ka naman. Pumunta ka na lang sa marketing. Kasi may mga gulo-gulo sa marketing. Lalo sa sales. But before that, na-discover namin sa audit yung anomaly sa marketing. And ito ay isang magandang memory. First time in the life of the company na si Bossman, tawag namin kay kay daddy mo, is postman. Pupunta sa opisina sa jaka para malaman niya talaga kung totoo yung audit findings namin. Doon mismo sa COO ng Match Group of Companies. Yeah. No, si Mr. Mario Enriquez. And before na kausapin ni Bossman si Mr. Mario Enriquez, kinausap kami ni Minister tawag namin sa kanya. Eh, alam mo naman, Ministers, abogado, parang kami nasa Senate hearing, kami nasa mga audit. Kung totoo yung sinasabi namin, kung totoo yung findings namin. So, pinakita namin sa kanya, explain namin sa kanya. That was the first time. After that, tinatawag na yun, when he was convinced na tama yung audit findings namin, tinatawag niya si Mr. Mario Enriquez. Doon siya nag-decide. So, napaganda memory na naman, di ba? After that, siguro sabi niya, sige, sabi ng management, tama na yung audit mo, pumunta ka na sa marketing na ayun, I was assigned, there was a point na dapat i-assign kami, mag-assign ng isang head ng marketing sa Visayas and Mindanao because umihina during that time yung rate ng sales ng Visayas and Mindanao. So, ginawang dalawa yun. Isa sa Luzon, which was assigned to Mr. Ernie Victa, and Visayas and Mindanao naman, yung sa akin. So, ang nangyari na naman sa akin, 2 weeks off, 2 weeks on, dito ako sa Cebu. Biro mo, nandun ka sa Cebu. During that time, masarap sa Cebu. Mura pa yung mga pagkain, mura pa yung mga bilihin. At nandun ka lang sa Cebu. Because that was the base, because dapat pupunta ka sa ibang lugar sa Visayas and Mindanao. Eh kung dito ka sa Manila, napakalayo. So those are the things that I could recall about my stay in Jaka. And at the same time, on the side, maraming other duties sa akin. From 1986, 1989, I think, alam nito, kung ano yung mga ginawa namin during that time. Nangingiti siya. Pero all of these things, other duties, are very much in my mind and my heart. And thank you, Jaka, for these memorable experiences. Salamat po.
Thank you, sir. Ngayon naman, tutugtog na.
Sumayaw ka na muna.
Wala.
Dennis.
Nawawala na yung mga, asa na yung mga, music please. Nawawala. Kumanta naman kayo. Para ano, may iba-iba naman.
Go, Jaka. Wala kanina sa napaling, sabi ng isa, bakit audio na lang, wala ng tao? Saan deportan ka ba? MSD. Kasama ko sila, sila Tenny, sila...
Ladies and gentlemen, pumasok na po kayo. Picture taking na po to. To once in a lifetime. Ako, ibigay nyo na todo nyo na. Gumagabi na po.
picture taking lang.